Hey, everybody, this is Tea Time with the Diva. Grab your tea, grab your coffee, because we're going to get into it. Now, listen, guys, I'm having a little flavored water this morning because the Diva is trying to trim down, okay? But feel free to have your tea, have your coffee, or have some water. This tea time is dedicated to Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A, one of those fast food restaurants that seem to stand on high morals, okay? High morals because they don't even open their restaurant on Sundays. No, they do not. They are not open 7 days a week. They're open Monday through Saturday. And no matter what state they are in and where their restaurant lives, they do not open on Sunday. So I start out the conversation, let you know about their high morals. And why? Because they approached a teenager, happened to be a brown teenager, black teenager, a teenager of color, and she had braids in her hair. And they said, "Oh, you got to go. You got to go because you got your hair is blonde, and blonde is unnatural to you. And in our policies, we say that people can't be walking around here with unnatural hair color, so you got to go." Is Chick-fil-A serious? Is this not 2023? And who, for the most part, walks around with their natural hair color all the time? I'm talking all the time. Who walks around with their natural hair color all the time? And how do you know exactly what my natural hair color is? Are you God? Now, listen, guys, we're going to get more into this story right after this. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get right into this story. So let me go ahead and share a screen with y'all. This is crazy. So a teen says she was sent home from the job at Chick-fil-A over unnatural hair color. So let's hear this story first, and then we'll get more into it. Let me just play this here.
Controversy. A local teenager says she was singled out and sent home from work because of the color of her braids.
They notice blonde in your hair and they want you to come back. We'll take it out and then come back since blonde's an unnatural color to you.
Tonight, the Chick-fil-A where she worked is calling it a misunderstanding. Thanks for staying with us. I'm John Carter.
And I'm Siobhan Bryan. The company is welcoming her back to work, but the girl and her mother say no thank you. WBTV's Erica Lunsford talked to that teenager as well as her mother. Erica, you also spoke to a representative from Chick-fil-A about the incident. And what did they say?
Siobhan, 16-year-old Autumn Williams says the incident happened last month as she was finishing up her shift. She says the incident left her feeling embarrassed, so she's sharing her story so that it doesn't happen to other people. A Chick-fil-A representative I spoke to today tells me management had a misunderstanding about the company policy.
So I was just confused as to why I was being sent home.
After working at this Harrisburg Chick-fil-A off of Highway 49 for just a couple of months, that's how 16-year-old Autumn Williams described her encounter after management approached her about her braids.
She pulled me aside and she was like, "Hey, one of our supervisors came through yesterday and they noticed blonde in your hair and they want you to come back. We'll take it out and then come back since blonde's an unnatural color to you."
Nina Birch, Williams' mother, tells me she tried to speak to management at the Chick-fil-A for clarification, but says they shut her down.
You're being sent home because your hair color is not natural. I didn't understand what that meant.
WBTV reached out to Chick-fil-A corporate about the incident. A representative tells me a supervisor on site misinterpreted the policy and says Autumn is allowed to come back and work at the location.
I don't really see a point in coming back.
There's no word if the supervisor will receive any additional training on the company policies or any disciplinary actions. Williams and her mother are sharing her story in hopes it doesn't happen to anyone else.
I just hope that companies realize that no one fits in a box, and what you perceive to be natural based off someone's ethnicity or race isn't always necessarily true.
No one else should feel like they have to change themselves to fit into anyone else's like perfect image of them.
Birch says Chick-fil-A made no attempt to reach out to her or Williams' father about the matter. As far as legal action goes, Birch says they are considering all possibility. Reporting in Harrisburg, Erica Lunsford, WBTV, on your side.
All right, Erica, thank you. Meanwhile, there's been a push across the country to create laws and ordinances that would protect people from discrimination because of their hairstyle. It's known as the Crown Act. Here in North Carolina, it's been introduced several times in the legislature, but has never passed. In South Carolina, they did pass a version of this. Charlotte city leaders passed a non-discrimination ordinance 2 years ago. It specifically lays out that employers cannot discriminate against people for natural hairstyles.
Ooh, that guys. Let me make sure I stop that. It's a shame that in this day and time we're dealing with situations as such. And I have heard of the Crown Act, and now I'm going to have to look up later on, and maybe we'll discuss it in the trending topics to see how many states so far have adopted it. So Harrisburg, North Carolina, a teen employee at Chick-fil-A in North Carolina said she was sent home from work because of the color of her hair. She pulled me aside and she was like, "Hey, one of our supervisors came through yesterday and they noticed blonde in your hair, and they want you to take it out and come back since blonde is an unnatural color to you," the 16-year-old Autumn Williams said. Williams and her mother, Nina Birch, said they want to share her story so it doesn't happen to other people. You're being sent home because your hair color is not natural. I don't understand what they meant, the mother said. Her mother said she tried to speak to management at Chick-fil-A for clarification as to why a supervisor sent her daughter home, but said management refused to talk to her about it. Yeah, they did. A news station reached out to Chick-fil-A corporate about the incident Tuesday. A representative said a supervisor on site misinterpreted a policy and shared that Williams is allowed to come back and work at the location. First of all, I wouldn't want to go back either. What next? You don't have on the right jeans. You're not allowed to wear that. You're not allowed to wear this. Now, even though Chick-fil-A has a uniform, I mean, what will they come at you for next? I'm good. Yeah, deuces, y'all. I'll go to McDonald's, okay? But Williams expressed she has no desire to work at that location. I won't work at that location, and I personally wouldn't even work for Chick-fil-A no more. But that's me. The Chick-fil-A corporate office said it could not comment on whether the supervisor involved will receive any additional training on the company policies or receive any disciplinary actions. Why can't you comment on that? When Starbucks had an incident, they commented and they said, listen, we're going to shut down all of our Starbucks and we're going to train these people on, racial issues and whatever else we need to train them on. And we're going to do it company-wide for a whole day. We shutting all of them down. So why can't you just comment and say, maybe you don't have to comment and say whether this employee is getting fired or not, but you can comment and say, yeah, we're going to give them additional training because you yourself said they misinterpreted the policy. That's not good. How do you have somebody in management that don't even know the policies themselves? I just hope that companies realize that no one fits in a box. This is what the girl's mother said. People come in different colors, shapes, sizes, and what you perceive to be natural based off someone's ethnicity or race isn't necessarily true, Birch said. Birch added that Chick-fil-A made no attempt to contact her or Williams' father about the matter. No one else should feel like they have to change themselves to fit into someone's perfect image of them, Williams says. As far as any legal actions is concerned, they're considering their possibilities. Well, listen, you know what? I would have to consider. And again, I say it many times on my channel, I am not too happy But on this particular case and situations like this, sometimes people don't get it and they don't correct their actions until you hit them where it hurts, in the pockets. Okay. Beautiful young teenager there. Absolutely gorgeous. I hope this doesn't, impact her life in a negative way too much. And I wish her well, because that is insane. Listen, guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. What do you think about this situation? How do you feel? Would you go back to Chick-fil-A? Would you be suing it? Would unnatural hair color? And this particular young lady, and when I saw her mother, and her mother hair looked naturally light too. And there are plenty of people of color that have really light eyes and naturally, and they have really light hair naturally. So how can you say the color is unnatural? Because I got braids in my hair? I mean, what's going on, Chick-fil-A? I'm shocked that if out of all companies, it's Chick-fil-A that is being accused of this. Well, listen, guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, thanks for watching and welcome back. Everybody out there, hit that like button and chat with me, people, and I'll see you on the next video.